Happy New Year, everybody. What's your resolution?
I have changed the name of my channel from The Magic Wig Maker to Miss Lola's Hair and More. I'm still going to be in the hair business, making wigs and hair units, but also I want to enhance my channel to build my audience and to bring in more people, not in just a certain gender or age range. One of my most favorite hobbies that is turning into another business is my cooking.
I'm going to show you how to clean these collards
And how to blanch them. Blanching is where you steam the vegetables to compact them so that you can store them in the freezer. And then when I'm ready, I can take out those bags and then go ahead and prepare my collards by adding my meat, which is going to be pigtails or joes, or if you're someone who doesn't like pork, your smoked turkey. These are a lot of collards that were given to me by a very good friend. And when you're cooking a large amount like I do, anywhere I can save, I will appreciate. You want to fill a very large pot with water. You're going to have your paring knife and your shears that you use only for cutting up your food. Just open up the collard, and then on both sides of that stem, just cut away the leaf of the collard all the way down to all of that stem on both sides. Always be careful that you don't cut yourself. And then I just take that stem and discard it, fold several times to form a roll, and then I'll go in with my shears and just cut small sections of each leaf so that my collards will be nice and tender and they will cook quickly. And then I've got like small sections like this. You can store your greens for months, and when you get ready to have them, all you have to do is to go and get a bag out of the freezer, add it to your favorite meats, and then cook them. It won't take as long to cook, and they will be absolutely tender. So this, everybody, is all of those collards, and it doesn't even seem like that much. And once we blanch them, it's going to be even less. So we're going to go ahead and start washing these, and I use cool water because I don't want to start the heating process yet. I want the water to be cool, and we're going to clean them very thoroughly. And look at all that we've got left of stems. Because most of the collards, a lot of the collards is just stems. And we don't want those. Okay. And I can hear my water in the background. It's almost boiling. By the time we clean and wash these, by the time we wash these greens, it'll be time, the water will be hot enough for us to blanch. And you don't really want to take fresh greens like this and put them in the freezer because they can get freezer burned. You notice when you buy greens, bagged greens, or greens out of the grocery store in the freezer department, when you take them out, you can tell where they have been blanched. And you just have to cook them for just like a few more minutes to several minutes, depending what kind of vegetable that you have. Wow, they look so fresh. We're going to fill this up all the way. I'm just going to start washing these greens. I like to wash my greens 3 times. Collards and sometimes mixed greens, I'll do them even more. And the way you know they're clean is when you drain them in the other part of the sink and let your water out. You can actually see grains of dirt or anything else, and you want to continue until you don't see anything but clear water. And they are the freshest that you can imagine, just out of the garden. And letting them drain on this side. Go ahead and let this water out. You want to make sure there's no dirt at the end when you're washing these greens. You can see the debris at the bottom, and these collards are actually pretty clean because there's not a lot of grit, but I'm still going to wash them 3 times. So this is the final wash, and when I come back, we're going to start the blanching process. And now I am going to use another pot to put my freshly cleaned and washed greens in here. And in my hot water that's really boiling over here, I'm going to drop these collards. And as soon as you put them in, you can see them start to seep down, or the leaves start to get smaller. Wow. This blanching is so much fun to watch it, how the greens start to shrivel down and start to cook very, very lightly. And then we are going to seal that freshness in. As you're putting them in, you can use your stirrer to press them down into the water. And you can see where they're at the top, and just pressing them down into the water is condensing them and making them smaller and beginning the cooking process. And I'm going to let these steam just like this in this hot water for 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how tender your collards are to start out with. Okay, 5 minutes is up. And now you see how your greens have just begun to cook. Going to stop it right at that process, transfer them over to this pot. We're going to seal in the freshness while it's hot. Let's give it 10 minutes, and then we're going to package them and then put them in the freezer, and know that when we get ready for collards, we got them without having to do a lot of cleaning. Well, there we have it, my blanched collards, and you can see all the other frozen vegetables that I have in my freezer. I thank you guys so much for joining me. I will be back with you soon with another video, whether it is for a wig, cooking, a DIY project. I hope that you will enjoy this new channel, Miss Lola's Hair and More. Take care, everybody, and have a happy new year. God bless you all. Bye-bye.